Around Dodge City and in the territory on west, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
Everything was all right until about a mile north of the Cimarron. That's when my horse got a hoof caught in a frozen dog hole and broke his leg. So I had to shoot him. It made me feel awful bad. I didn't feel any better thinking about the walk ahead of me. Close to 40 miles to Dodge and carrying my saddle all the way. Guess I'd been on the trail about an hour. Near as I could figure, it was around 3 in the afternoon. And I had to ease the saddle off my shoulders for a rest and a smoke. And that's when I saw the stranger riding up from the way I'd come. He was tall and thin, and his horse was taller and even thinner. And they made quite a pair.
Hi.
How are you?
You lost?
No. My horse busted his leg a way back. I'm on my way to Dodge.
Oh, it's your house, huh? I saw it.
Yeah.
On your way to Dodge, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
You got any more of that tobacco?
Yeah, sure. Here you are.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
That's okay.
Kind of a big walk you got ahead, ain't it?
Kinda.
It's going to be dark soon. You figure making camp?
That's the idea.
Well, it's too bad.
Yeah.
Do you need any food?
No, thanks. I got enough.
Well, I thank you for the tobacco.
Sure. Anytime.
Hey.
Yeah?
Not saying this beast won't drop dead from the shock, but do you want to climb on behind? Save you a piece of boot leather for a while, anyway.
Well, I'd be much obliged if you think that animal of yours can carry us.
Well, she won't mind. She should have been dead a long time ago, except she don't know it. She don't mind.
Well, okay. Thanks. Here, will you hold my saddle till I get up, huh?
Yeah, give it here.
Yeah. All right.
Can you manage the saddle?
Yeah, give it to me. Yeah, I got it. Well, let's go. You heading for Dodge, too?
Not in particular. Just north.
Uh-huh.
This beast'll do about 10 knots with the wind behind her, but we ain't gonna get more than 5 with this load. You ain't in no hurry, are you?
Well, I was kind of hoping to get back tonight. It's Christmas Eve, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's right, ain't it?
Yeah.
That backbone of hers sticking into you?
Oh, no, it's okay. Thanks.
Notice that tin do-jigger tied to you. You with the law?
Yeah, I'm a U.S. Marshal. My name's Matt Dillon.
That's so. I've never seen a marshal on foot.
Well, it happens sometimes.
How is it you're down this way? Ain't it a mite off your course? So you marshal down here as well as Dodge?
No, I just took a prisoner across the Cimarron into Oklahoma territory. Turned him over to the Army there.
Did, huh?
And then he shut up tight. We must have ridden a couple of miles without a word. I got to thinking about Dodge and Chester, and Doc, and Kitty, and the rest of them. You know, there's something pretty special about any place at Christmas time. the backbone on the stranger's nag was just about to split me in two when he talked up.
My name is Cowley.
Oh?
Amos Cowley. We better heave to a spell. She's breathing mighty hard. All right, hold up. Yes.
Ah. Yeah, it's getting a little chilly, isn't it?
Yeah. Could I trouble you for another smoke?
Oh, sure. Here you are.
I thank you. Say, what's it like in Dodge?
What?
Dodge, what's it like?
Oh, it's like any other town, I guess.
Pretty big, huh?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Not so big as New York, though.
Oh, no, not as big as that.
You know, I haven't been in a big town now for more than 10 years.
Oh, is that so?
No. Been down the territories, drifting. Thought I'd move up north this time. Maybe go back east.
So you're from the east, huh?
Some time back. Say, what's it like?
What?
Well, Dodge, any town. At Christmas. Same as it used to be?
Well, I guess so.
What do you do?
Well, it's the same as most people, I guess. What most people do at Christmas.
Well, that ain't saying a lot. What are the folks like? And what does it look like? I just kind of like to know.
Well, I don't know. Well, there's Front Street. That's most of Dodge right now. Of course, it's getting bigger all the time.
Do you have any kids?
No, I'm not married.
Kids have fun Christmas.
Yeah, they do. That's certain. In Dodge, they sometimes have a party for the kids. A couple of days before Christmas. Kids like that. And then everybody gets feeling good, looking forward to Christmas Eve. Like last year. There was snow on the ground, but the sky was clear. You could even see the stars. I was going down the street to the Texas Trail to meet Doc and Chester. Chester, he's my deputy. Doc's a doctor in town. We had some work to do later on in the evening. You could see the light shining behind the curtained windows, and almost everybody had a sprig of holly berries hanging up. They got some from the east a couple of days earlier. I remember running into John Bumby. He's a kind of general handyman in Dodge. Never says much, but he sure had a lot to say that night.
Oh, hello, Marshal.
Oh, hi, John.
A lovely night for Christmas Eve, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is, John.
Yeah.
Pretty fine night.
Peace on earth, goodwill to men. Mr. Dillon?
Yeah, that's the way it should be, John.
You know, Marshal, this is going to be quite a night for me. Yes, sir.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, yes, sir. Tonight, I'm asking Mrs. McNish to become Mrs. Bumby.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What, John? I didn't know that.
Oh, I know it's been a mighty fast secret, but I'm popping the question tonight.
Well, I wish you a lot of luck, John. Hey, I'll tell you what. Come by to the Texas Trail later, and we'll have a drink on it.
Oh, I will. I really will, Marshal. You're good and kind, Marshal. Good and kind. Merry Christmas, Marshal Dillon. Merry Christmas.
Well, the same to you, John. That may sound kind of funny to you, but John Bumby's a good man. A little peculiar sometimes, but good as they come. And they don't make enough like him. Of course, most everybody in Dodge suspected Doc and Ms. McNish were sweet on each other. But it just goes to show you. I'll tell you about John and Ms. McNish a little later. So I went on down the street. You know, it's a funny thing about those words, Merry Christmas. Men say it to each other, and, well, it makes them feel kind of good.
I know what you mean. Used to be a seafaring man myself. When you're on the sea and it comes Christmas, things like that can count a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we might as well get underway again, huh?
Sure.
All right.
Hey. You want to take my saddle?
Give it here.
Okay.
That's...
Give it to me. Okay.
Come. I guess you'll miss it in Dodge tonight. Won't you?
Well, if you could get a little more out of this nag of yours, we might make it tonight.
No, there's not a chance. She'll be on her beam ends pretty quick. She's been on a long reach since sunup.
Oh.
Mighty bare country up this way.
Oh, it depends on what you're used to, I suppose.
Well, mighty bare where I've been, too. It's not like the sea. That's always different.
How come you left it? I always heard a sailor doesn't ever get it out of his blood.
The sea? Guess you can get it out of your blood, all right. You got the right reason you can.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, you trying to get something out of me?
Well, no. Get what? I would just remark.
You want to ride with me? I don't want any talk about the sea.
Well, you brought it up.
Get it.
We will return for the second act of Gunsmoke in just a moment. But first, tomorrow night, Jack Benny and his whole fun-making gang make a personal appearance at a Long Beach, California Veterans Hospital. It's going to be a Christmas they'll never forget, as Benny and the bunch cut loose while they assist the folks at the hospital in trimming their Christmas tree. Be sure to join the fun tomorrow night on CBS Radio, when it's Jack Benny time all across America. Now for the second act of Gunsmoke.
Amos Cowley sulked his way along the trail for the next while. And then it was almost like he couldn't stand the quiet. Or maybe he had things on his mind. He turned his head.
Go on.
What?
Go on. Tell me some more.
Oh, about Dodge?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Well, you try some more, huh?
Well, they got a little pine tree in the Texas Trail.
Tree?
Yeah, come down a long way from the north. Kitty Russell, she's a hostess in the Texas Trail. Well, she got a lot of ribbon and gewgaws and made it look real nice. That was last Christmas.
A star at the top?
A star?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It looked like a star, I guess. It sure looked pretty. And there was a difference in the place that day. Everybody was celebrating and feeling real good. The doors would swing open and somebody would come in and, maybe somebody you just knew to nod at, but because it was Christmas Eve, he'd come right up and say, hello. Oh, maybe that's a good reason, maybe not. I don't know.
All right, I'll tell you.
Anyhow, it was still kind of early.
Just wait till you take
Kitty and Chester were standing off looking at the tree.
Hi, Matt.
Good evening, Mr. Dillon.
Hi, Kitty. Chester.
How do you like it, Matt? Christmas tree.
That's
Oh, that's real pretty.
Only tree but one in the whole town.
Yeah, Kate's got one over at the Alfaganza.
Oh, well, I'll have to see it later.
You're next.
Where's Sam?
I don't know. Maybe he started celebrating too soon.
Oh.
Doc's taking over the bar.
Yeah, that's right.
You want a drink, Kitty?
Sure.
Oh, right away. I'll get you a drink. I'll get you.
You haven't forgotten anything, have you, Mr. Dillon?
Forgotten? What, Chester?
There. What did I tell you, Miss Kitty? I knew just as sure as my nose that
Oh,
you forgot.
that. No. I hadn't forgotten.
Oh, well, I thought as soon as I get Sam sober enough to take care of the customers, we could go on over to Doc's like we planned.
Sure, we'll do that, Chester.
Here you are, Matt.
Thanks, Doc. Oh.
Yeah, well, it's still snowing out.
No, it's not. Where are you going, Kitty?
Oh, I just want to look outside. Ah, real pretty.
Man thinks of a lot of funny things that don't mean much. Kitty standing at the door, sniffing the cold air, and the warmth inside, and the whiskey in me. It was a good feeling. And then Chester and I decided to take a bottle over to Mr. Hightower. He's the telegraph operator over at the depot. He runs a printing shop on the side.
Say, Mr. Dillon?
Yeah, Chester.
Do you mind if I stop by the church for a minute?
Well, no, I don't mind.
I just feel kind of right tonight, Mr. Dillon. Figure I ought to thank somebody for it.
Sure. So we stopped by the church. I've never been much of a man for church, I guess, but I went along with Chester. Wasn't anybody else there, just the two of us. Guess we sat for 10 minutes in that place. Chester a little way off with his head bowed. You know, there's a lot of peace in a church. Maybe it's the quiet. Maybe it's the good that people find in there. Whatever it was, it made a man feel glad about pretty much everything.
I haven't been in a church since I don't know when.
Oh, is that so?
I heaved to. Well, she's becalmed again, mister.
Okay.
She sure wasn't built for it, I'll tell you. You ever see anything like that?
She is kind of old, isn't she?
I've had her going on 8 years. She hasn't changed a mite. Eats like a pig and looks like a four-legged mizzenmast.
Smoke?
Don't mind. Hey, what about that fella Hightower? Did you get that bottle to him?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I guess it was lonely over in the depot all alone. He was glad for the company. There was a wood fire burning in the stove, but it didn't keep out the cold much.
Well, how are you, gents? Merry Christmas.
Well, how's it going, Mr. Hightower?
Oh, slow, Marshal, slow. Bit of excitement about an hour back, though.
That so?
Yeah, 9:15 got stuck between here and Hutchinson. Lots of snow back there.
They getting her out?
Sure, they're trying, but I'm sure glad I'm not on it. It's going to be a cold night on that train.
Well, it's kind of chilly in here, isn't it, Mr. Hightower?
Any warmer, and I'm going to sleep.
Well, say, we brought you over a bottle of Irish for company.
Jameson's. Well, I declare I was just thinking about a tot before you boys come in. Now, that's real friendly. Will you have a drink with me?
We sure will.
Let's open her up, huh? A couple of glasses up on the shelf there, Chester. Get them down, will you?
I don't know if you get an idea about the folks in Dodge or not. They're not any different than any other people, nor the town either. I guess maybe it's a pretty small place at that. The depot, the hall, a few stores, a church, Doc's office, a Texas Trail, Alafraganza, my office. Not much, but it's where you live, you know?
Sounds all right. I lived in a town once back east. Small. I know what you mean.
Well, maybe you'll be going back.
Maybe. Say, the kids, they still believe in St. Nick?
Oh, sure. I
Mighty
suppose.
few kids down where I've been. Indian kids, they don't believe in St. Nick.
No reason they should, I guess.
I used to believe in it, you know that?
Well, I guess most people did one time or another. Hey, you figure we come maybe 10 miles?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's getting dark.
Yeah. Well, come on. You want to ride the saddle for a bit?
Oh, no. That's okay.
Well, then, okay.
We rode on, and I thought about last year, about Kitty, Doc, and Chester and me going over to Doc's place after Doc got tired at Tendon Bar at the Texas Trail. It was about 1:45, and we stood around and sang Christmas carols. And I remember how it sounded that night, how it looked. The glow in the stove in the middle of the room, and the frosty windows. Yeah, it was Christmas Eve, all right.
Was so deep, Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
Say, that was fine. That was just fine.
Yes, it was.
Oh, gee. Say, now, what do you say if we...
Listen.
Huh? Oh. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You know, I feel sentimental. That's exactly what I feel. I feel sentimental.
I know what you mean, Doc. I surely know.
Okay, Doc. Bring him out.
And I remember how Doc scuttled over to the bureau and brought out some packages. The presents weren't much, but it didn't matter what they were. And when we'd finished opening them, it was Chester who said what we were all thinking.
I just want to say, Miss Kitty, Doc, you, Mr. Dillon, I just want to say that this is the best doggone Christmas I ever had. And that's what I want to say.
Say, you was going to tell me about that fella John was courting that woman. What was her name?
Oh, yeah, Miss McNish.
That's right.
Well, she said yes, and you've never seen two happier people in your whole life. Yeah, she's Miss McNish Bumpy now.
Oh, that's good.
You know, you might settle for a bit in Dodge, or you could get work there.
Sure would be fine if you could get back tonight, wouldn't it?
Well, it can't be helped. I'd be a lot further away and a sight more tired if you hadn't come along.
Yeah. Now, listen. How far do you figure before there's a place you might pick up a horse?
Oh, I don't know, 15 miles or so, maybe.
Oh, we're not going to make any 15 miles in this nag tonight, that's for sure.
Oh, that's all right.
Now, I tell you what. You go on alone, you see.
Oh, no, forget
it.
it.
Now, you go on alone. She'd hold out with one man on her. And then you get a fresh horse and you ride into Dodge tonight.
Well, thanks. That's
now,
very
I'm
kind.
telling you, I want you to go. I'll be fine. I've walked before. Probably make it almost as quick as you.
Look, it's real nice of you, Mr. Cowley, but no thanks.
Now, Christmas don't mean nothing to me. You got friends waiting for you.
Well, I'll see him tomorrow.
You're a fool.
Well, that may be.
All of them nice folks. You're going to make them feel pretty bad.
Look, I'll stay. If you want to go on along, thanks for the ride.
Well, might as well make camp then.
I guess so.
And listen, you want to tell me some more about what you was telling me before we turn in?
Well, sure.
I take it kindly, mister. I'll get yourself settled. I got some stuff in my pack we can eat and maybe get a fire going. Then after we eat, you can tell me some more.
We made a fire and then shared what we had for supper. He seemed to soften up after that, and we talked for a couple or 3 hours. It was like he was starved for news of people, everyday things, and just plain company. And that's how we spent Christmas Eve together out on the plain. And then when the fire was dying down and I was about ready for sleep, he said,
Marshal,
Yeah?
I want to tell you something. I've been needing to tell it for a long time. Do you mind?
Why, of course I don't mind.
Well, then I'll tell you. A few years ago, I was skipper of a little schooner. Used to sail up and down the East Coast, you know, Boston, New York.
Yeah.
Well, one night, we hit dirty weather off New Jersey. Real dirty. Blew us off course, and we piled up on the rocks and knocked the bottom out.
That's too bad.
There was 18 passengers aboard, Marshal. 4 of them was kids. We never saw them again.
No.
And my own wife and my kid went down, too.
I'm sorry.
Well, now, something must have happened to me after that. I didn't want nothing to do with ships or the sea, and I started to drift out this way. I couldn't forget, though, do you know? And I didn't want to be near folks, especially kids, to remind me, do you know?
Yeah.
And that's how come I've been slewing around ever since.
Sure, I understand.
Just kind of wanted to get it off my chest.
Sure.
Marshal, I'd like to ride into Dodge with you tomorrow. You think I might meet some of them folks you was telling about?
Why? I don't see why not.
That'd be all right. Maybe I wouldn't need to drift no more. Maybe I could drop anchor, do you know?
Yeah, you might at that.
Yes. Well, good night.
Good night.
Merry Christmas, Marshal.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Cowley.
Gunsmoke, under the direction of Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by Anthony Ellis, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were Lawrence Dobkin, with Harry Bartell and John Daner. Parley Bear as Chester, Howard McNear as Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. Gunsmoke is heard by our troops overseas through the worldwide facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke. Tomorrow night, Edgar Bergen's real-life daughter, Candy, pays him and you a visit on The Edgar Bergen Show with Charlie McCarthy. Candy and Charlie hit it off fine, but Edgar has cause to regret his hasty decision to invite his 6-year-old daughter into the show, especially when she starts throwing her voice. Sounds like fun tomorrow night on most of these same stations when CBS Radio presents The Edgar Bergen Show with Charlie McCarthy. This is Roy Rowan speaking. And remember, Eve Arden, as our Miss Brooks, teaches you how to laugh every Sunday on the CBS Radio Network.
Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad, the story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
What'll it be, mister?
Give me a shot of rye, bartender.
I ain't too sure I got any left.
Well, make sure. What kind of a saloon is this, anyway?
There's other saloons in Dodge.
What if I like this one?
If I don't have any rye, you might not like it.
You're talking to the wrong man. You go look for that bottle if you want to live. Now, go on.
All right. Never said I wouldn't look, did I?
Hey, you're a stranger in Dodge, ain't you?
It beats living here, mister, and being drunk to boot.
I'm only a little drunk. No business of yours.
Go on back to your pigs. Go home. Milk your cows.
Yeah, you talk pretty big. You know what? I think you're a gunman.
And you ought to have sense enough to keep your mouth shut.
What's your name, anyway?
I killed men for asking that. You're so crazy, I'll tell you. My name is Ken Creed.
Ken Creed?
I never changed it.
Oh, the way I've heard it, Ken Creed's pretty fast with a gun.
Well, you heard right. Now, shut up.
Here's your rye, mister.
You're a better bartender than I thought.
Hey. Hey, Creed.
I told you to Well, now look at you.
Sure. Look at me. You may be fast, Creed, but you ain't smart. Not with my gun aimed right at your belly.
Makes it kind of dangerous to take a drink around here, don't it?
For you it does. I'm sorry it's got to be this way, Creed, but I am a little drunk. I can't take any chances.
Man with a gun in his hand, he's taking chances, friend. Especially when he's pointing it at me.
Still talking big, ain't you? Go back to my pigs, huh? I'm gonna kill you for that. I'm gonna be the man that killed Ken Creed.
Rest of that man ain't been born yet.
All right, put the gun away, mister.
Who are you?
I'm a U.S. Marshal. Put it away.
You ain't arresting me.
No, it was self-defense. He looked away from you when I yelled, and he was drunk. But he drew first, all right.
Then I'll put my gun away.
Chester, get a couple of men and take his body out back, huh?
Yes, sir. Give me a hand here, will you?
Your name must be Dillon.
It is?
I'm Ken Creed, Marshal.
Arizona?
You heard of me.
Who ran you out?
Nobody runs me out anywheres, Marshal, including Dodge.
I don't like gunmen, Creed. Cause trouble here and I'll run you out.
I hear of you too, Marshal. Your hand is a gun.
I'm still alive.
Didn't mean a thing to me. Shoot that drunk they just carried out. I ain't at all proud of it.
I know you're kind, Creed.
I think I'm gonna like Dodge.
You have a right to protect yourself here, but that's all. Don't forget it.
Mr. Dillon, that fella had a friend who's going to see he gets buried.
Come on, Chester.
Yes, sir. Who is that man?
His name's Ken Creed, Chester.
I never heard of him.
I have.
Oh, he's a gunman, you mean, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say one thing. He was mighty fast.
I'm not sure I ever saw anyone faster.
You seem worried, Mr. Dillon.
Chester Creed's killed a lot of men just to build his reputation, but that's all he cares about. You didn't hear him, but he said he wasn't proud shooting that man in there. What he meant was he'd like to kill me. That'd make him proud.
Oh. You think he'll try?
He'll try.
Then why don't you go out right now and shoot him down?
I'm a lawman, Chester, not just a gunfighter. Why should I risk my life to satisfy whatever's wrong in Ken Creed's head?
Yes, sir, you're right. I guess I just wasn't thinking.
If he breaks the law, I'll fight him, but I won't fight him over anything as stupid as reputations and the like.
No, sir. I sure do wish he'd haul himself out of here, though.
Oh, that isn't likely now. There's no use worrying about it.
Say, I've got an idea. Maybe you ought to wire Abilene and get Mr. Hickok to come over here for a little visit.
You think I'm afraid of Ken Creed?
Oh, no, sir, it isn't that, Mr. Dillon. I just thought maybe he'd leave town if there was more than one man to face.
Creed's as fast as any man I ever saw, Chester. Maybe he can beat me. I don't know. And I sure don't like the idea of dying. But I got over being afraid of it a long time ago.
Yes, sir, I know.
And if I asked Wild Bill for help, he'd come expecting 20 men like Creed, not one. Now, why don't you go upstairs and get Doc? He said he wanted to have supper with us at Delmonico's tonight.
All right, sir. I'll go get him.
Could you spare some more of that coffee, Matt?
Well, you're paying for it, Doc. Here, help yourself.
Thank you. Yes. Well, I won't be able to pay for anything much longer if business doesn't pick up some around here.
Doc, why don't you get a steady job back east in a hospital or something?
I worked in a hospital once, Chester.
Well, why'd you leave?
Oh, I didn't like it much.
That's not what you told me, Doc.
An affair of the heart, Chester. A woman of great beauty and an evil spirit.
Oh?
She never told me she was married to the head of the board of directors.
Oh.
No, she never said a word about it. Her husband mentioned it, though, very first time I met him. The night he fired me.
My goodness.
You're better off here, Doc.
Oh, yes, and safer, Matt. Oh, yes, much safer.
Evening, Marshal.
Hello, Creed.
And Chester. See him this afternoon. Tell me, this is Doc. How are you, Doc?
I'm fine.
You work on horses or people, Doc?
Sometimes I prefer horses.
I don't know as I like that.
Leave him alone, Creed. What do you want here, anyway?
I don't like croakers. They kill people slow. I kill them fast.
You'll come whining for help someday, mister.
Why don't you carry a gun?
That's enough, Creed.
Is it, Marshal?
You heard me.
You got a gun, Dillon.
Get out of here.
If you're calling me, draw. Go on. Draw.
No. No, Creed. Not this time.
Sure, Marshal. Sure, you're not.
Oh, I'm sorry I got you into that, man.
Oh, you didn't, Doc. He's just trying to start a fight any way he can.
A fight? Well, what for?
Says maybe you can say he killed Matt Dillon. No other reason. Come on, let's get out of here.
Sit down, Matt.
Oh, thanks, Kitty.
Drink?
No, not tonight.
They're talking, Matt.
Oh? Who's talking about what?
People, about you and Ken Creed. They say he backed you down at Delmonico's earlier tonight.
I can't stop their talk.
I just thought you ought to know, Matt.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Kitty.
What really happened?
He backed me down. It's true.
Then you got a reason for letting him.
No reason.
Sometimes I don't understand you one bit, Matt.
And try to understand Creed and his reasons. It's his play, this business.
Matt, he just came in, over there.
Yeah, I see him.
He doesn't look worried about anything.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, here he comes.
Yeah.
Saw you sitting here, Marshal.
So?
And that's a right pretty gal. You gonna introduce me?
Go back to the bar, Creed. Do your drinking there, huh?
That's not friendly, Marshal. My name's Ken Creed, miss.
Nobody asked you.
And peppery, and I like them that way.
Beat it.
Why, sure. When you get rid of your friend here, why, you and me can get together later, okay?
Creed, I've about had enough of you.
That's so, Marshal?
All you want is for me to draw on you, isn't it?
That's all, Marshal.
And if I don't?
Well, you will, Marshal. Sooner or later, you'll have to. I'll think of something.
I don't understand this, Matt.
It's simple, Kitty. Real simple.
You're not afraid of him.
I don't think I ever saw anyone handle a gun faster than Creed. But if I were afraid of men like that, I'd have to get out of this business.
He thinks he can kill you.
Anyway, he's willing to gamble on it.
Why?
It'll make him a bigger man, that's all. And I'm not interested in that. No matter what people are saying.
You're in a bad spot, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks that way.
We will return for the second act of Gunsmoke in just a moment. But first, nature is kinder by far to her woodlands than we are. Forest fires, 9 out of 10, are man-made. To preserve for humanity all the products that spring from healthy timberland, redouble your efforts to eliminate forest fires. Crush out every cigarette. Break matches in two and grind them with your fingers. Douse campfires and turn them over until no ember remains. The extra moments you take sure before you abandon a campsite can save a fortune in property and save human lives. Now the second act of Gunsmoke.
Good morning, Doc.
Good morning, man.
You ought to paint this place, Doc.
Oh, yes, out of it. If I did that, people think I'm rich. They'd have one more excuse not to pay me.
Why don't you make them pay in advance?
Oh, well, that's a good idea. I'll start with you. You got $5?
I'm sorry, Doc. I'm not sick. I'm just looking for Chester. I thought he might be up here.
Well, I haven't seen him today, but I'm glad you came anyway.
Oh?
This talk that's going around, Matt, you got to put a stop to it.
About me being afraid of Ken Creed?
Yes, it's bad for you, Matt. It's very bad.
Doc, if I start shooting it out with every gunman that hits Dodge, it'll never stop. I'm hired by the government to enforce the law, not to build me a reputation or to add to somebody else's.
Yeah, I understand
If
that,
Creed
Matt.
breaks the law, I'll go after him. People ought to know that.
People aren't very smart sometimes, Matt.
Yeah, they sure aren't.
Mr. Dillon? Oh, hello, Doc.
Hello, Chester.
Where have you been, Chester?
No place. I was just coming down the street and somebody told me there's trouble at the Alfraganza.
Oh, what kind of trouble?
A fight. And they mentioned Ken Creed.
No.
Yes, sir. I didn't hear any shooting, though. I come looking for you right away.
Well, let's go over there. See you later, Doc.
Sure, Matt. And good luck.
Thanks.
Bye, Doc.
When did this happen, Chester?
Well, it couldn't have been very long ago.
Maybe Creed's killed another man in self-defense.
I don't know.
Well, we'll soon find out.
There's a man laying on the floor there.
Yeah, but I don't see Creed.
He ain't dead, Marshal. Just got knocked out.
Who did it, Sam?
Ken Creed.
Where is Creed?
He went outside a couple of minutes ago.
What happened?
Well, properly speaking, Marshal, it wasn't even a fight. This fellow was just standing there with his back to Creed and wasn't even talking to each other. All at once, Creed pulled out his gun and cracked him over the head with it.
I see.
Got no idea why he did it, Marshal. Just meanness, I guess.
Maybe. You better get that man up to Doc, Sam. He may be hurt worse than you think.
Sure.
Chester, come on.
Yes, sir. What do you make of it?
It's simple, Chester. Now, Creed's got his fight.
You mean with you, Mr. Dillon?
I don't think he'll submit to arrest.
No, I guess he wouldn't.
I gotta stop him now.
Why don't we go after him with shotguns?
No. No, I'll face him.
I don't like it. Not one bit.
Now, this is as good a place to wait as any. Creed will be along soon.
It just don't make sense, Mr. Dillon, you having to shoot it out with a man like that.
No, I can't let him go any further. He'll kill somebody next, and I can't let some innocent man die.
Well, you're innocent. You haven't done anything.
I'm a marshal, Chester. There's a difference. And anyway, he hasn't killed me yet, you know.
Oh, no, sir. I didn't mean it. Well, of course he hasn't. You don't think he can, do you?
Chester, you know the saying, there was never a horse that couldn't be rode, nor a man that couldn't be throwed?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Creed's fast. Maybe that's not enough. Maybe it is. Here he comes now.
Right down the middle of the street.
Yeah.
I guess he knew you'd be waiting for him.
You keep out of it.
Yes, sir.
Looking for somebody, Marshal?
I'm looking for you.
Yeah,
It's against the law to slug people in Dodge.
I figured it was.
Sure. I don't suppose you'd come along to jail.
You know I won't, Marshal.
All right, go ahead and draw, Creed. It doesn't matter now.
All right, Dillon. I will.
You miss me, Creed. You hit my gun, but you missed me.
What's the matter with your neck? Bullet glance into it?
Yeah,
I could kill you easy now, Marshal.
but you won't. You couldn't brag about shooting an unarmed man.
No, I couldn't. Well, get yourself another gun, Dillon.
You're fast, Creed. But you don't shoot very straight.
We'll see about that.
All right, I'll be back as soon as the doc patches me up.
Take your time. I don't mind waiting.
That was a chance shot, Creed. If you hadn't hit my gun, you'd be lying dead. Are you sure you won't come to jail?
You're wasting time, Marshal.
Yeah.
You hurt bad, Mr. Dillon?
I don't think so, Chester. But it's sure more than a flesh wound.
You know, if he'd have shot you when you was unarmed there, I'd have killed him sure.
No, I couldn't have stopped that. I'm going up to Doc's here, Chester. There's a gun in my desk drawer. Bring it up to me, will you?
Yes, sir, I'll go get it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I saw the whole business, Matt. Oh, yes, I saw it. I was just getting my things together here, and I was going to come down.
It's not too bad, Doc.
Well, come on over here now and let me see it.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, sit down. Sit down, Matt, right here. That's it. Now, here. You wipe your hands with this.
Yeah, thanks.
That's good. Now, let me see this thing. Let me see there. Just missed the vein. You're lucky, Matt. You're mighty lucky.
Yeah.
See, tore the muscle there. That's not bad, though, no. I'll just take a couple of stitches and you'll be as good as new. Almost.
Hurry it up, will you, Doc?
You just hold still now. You be very careful. See what's the matter. What's your hurry?
I want to face Creed before my neck gets stiff. Might throw me a little.
That's all right now. You mean you're going back after him?
Of course I am.
That's all right now. But that's crazy, Matt. That's plumb crazy. Let's see.
He's all speed, Doc. Unless he's right next to him, and it's luck if he hits him. He missed me.
Yes, but he hit your gun, so.
But that wouldn't happen again in 1,000 times.
Yeah, well, maybe you're right, Matt.
You know, it takes nerve, Doc, to stand there and hold your fire for that 1 second you need to aim.
Yes, I know.
And I don't think Creed has that kind of nerve.
Well, I hope not, Matt, but we'll see. Ah, there you are. Now. Just wrap a bandage around your neck and we're through.
How is he, Doc?
Well, he's pretty good, Chester. If he doesn't tear those stitches out.
Well, you can always sew me up again, Doc.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Is this the gun you wanted?
Yeah, that's it, Chester. Well, I'll see you later, Doc.
Matt?
Yeah?
I want to take a look at that. In the morning, you come by then.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Where do you suppose he is?
You'll be along, Chester. Just like last time.
Maybe he's having a drink.
He's a fool if he is.
Everybody sure is staying off the street, ain't they?
Just as well. You better take cover, too.
I will. When Creed shows.
My neck's getting stiff already.
Maybe you better go look for him.
Well, I would, Chester, but there's too much chance of some bystander getting hit that way. I'd rather meet him in the street here.
Yes, sir.
What?
What's that?
I was in the Texas Trail over there. Come on, Chester.
Somebody must have been shot where they're all crowded around back there.
Yeah. All right. Here. Let me through him. Come on.
Let him
Out of the way, please.
It's Creed. And he looks dead to me.
All right, quiet. Quiet up. Shut up! Now, who shot Creed?
I shot him. I shot King Creed.
All right, I'll take your gun, mister.
No, you won't. I'm a gunman too, Marshal. You ain't taking my gun.
You're drunk. Get your hands up.
I'll kill you, too.
All right, throw him in jail, Chester.
Yes, sir. That fellow's pretty sober now, Mr. Dillon. Says his name's Chuck Carter. You want to talk to him?
No, I heard the whole story, Chester. There were plenty of witnesses.
Carter claims he don't remember what happened.
Well, he'd better remember. He'll probably hang for it.
You mean he started it?
It wasn't even a fight, Chester. It was just like that man Creed clubbed. Only Carter didn't club him. He shot him.
How?
Right in the back. Creed didn't even know it was coming.
Funny way for a man like him to die, ain't it?
Yeah, but maybe it's best this way.
How do you mean?
Well, if Creed and I had shot it out, the survivor would have been just that much more of a prize for some drunken bum like Carter.
And that'd have been you, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, maybe. But I'll never know for sure, Chester. Not now.
Well, Mr. Dillon, I'll tell you something. I was scared plumb to pieces.
Well, Mr. Proudfoot, I'll tell you something. So was I.
Gunsmoke, under the direction of Norman Macdonnell, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were Lawrence Dobkin, John Daner, and Ralph Moody. Parley Bear is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. Gunsmoke has been selected by the Armed Forces Radio Service to be heard by our troops overseas. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad, the story of the violence that moved west with young America, and the story of a man who moved with it.
I'm that man, Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet. It's a chancy job, and it makes a man watchful and a little lonely.
Look around. He ain't up there, Mr. Dillon. He has just plain vanished.
And there's no note anywhere. You sure of that, Chester?
Nothing. I looked again all over.
Well, it's 2 days now. This just isn't like Doc.
What'll we do, Mr. Dillon?
I don't know. Might start asking people, Chester. Try the saloons, the store, maybe the depot.
All right. I'll go right now, but I don't know whether... Well, I do declare if that wouldn't...
What's the matter?
Look, riding right up Front Street as big as life. Look.
That rascal getting us all worried about him.
For land's sake, you sure are a sight for sore eyes, Doc. Where in the world have you been, anyway?
Hello, Chester. Matt?
You had us worried, Doc.
That's so?
You've been gone 2 days, you know.
I know.
Well, next time, leave word, Doc.
I will. I surely will. If I can.
Well, it sure would save us a lot of fretting and general upset.
Wait a minute. What do you mean, Doc, if you can?
Just that. If they let me, I'll leave word.
Come on inside, Doc. Well, you want to tell us about it?
I can tell you part of it, the least important part. I made a promise about the rest. You know how it is, Matt.
No, but tell us.
Well, the other night, let me see, it was Wednesday, a couple of riders tromped right into my office. They said a man was hurt bad, somewhere out past Fort Dodge. So naturally, I went along with them.
Well, why didn't you leave a note and say so?
They didn't tell me exactly where we were going, Chester. But they sure told me not to leave any note.
They told you what?
Will you let him talk, Chester?
Of course, I figured that must have been a shooting, but my job's to take care of everybody, sinner and saved alike. And so when we finally got to this place the next day...
Well, what place, Doc?
Well, that's part of what I promised not to tell Chester. There was a young man there who had got himself shot in the back. The bullet lodged right in his spine. I dug it out and did all I could for him. And then I just sat there for quite a spell. Then I put my things away and walked out into the other room.
Well, Doc, how is he?
He's dead. The shock of extracting that bullet was too much for him. Bad place, the spine.
You killed him, huh?
No, I didn't kill him.
He's dead, ain't he?
Look, mister, that boy wouldn't have lived more than a couple of days anyway with that bullet where it was. Whoever put it there murdered him.
You want me to shut him up? Not yet. Doc, tell me something. You know that boy in there?
I do.
And the three of us here. You know any of us?
Him? I've seen him around somewhere. Dodge, I guess.
That settles it. He ain't walking out
Shut
of here.
up. You know his name, Doc?
No, I don't. Might come to me, though. Let me think about it.
You don't seem to understand. He wants to kill you already. Now you're trying to remember his name. That's just going to make it worse.
They can't kill a doctor for following his oath.
I shot that boy when he tried to get away, and I can shoot you just as easy.
Don't be a fool. I'm a doctor, and since there's nothing more I can do here, I've got to be available to other patients. I've been away too long as it is.
What are we arguing about? The sooner we shoot him, the better.
What kind of a man are you, anyway? Don't you know I'm the only doctor within 100 miles of Dodge?
Right now, that's one too many.
Now, wait a minute. I'm kind of thinking the doc's right. He ain't like an ordinary man. A doctor, well, it's almost like he ain't quite human somehow.
He's human enough to tell what he knows to that hard-head Marshal they got in Dodge. And we'll have him on our tail, and we'll never get our $20,000. The way I figure, it's us or the doc.
I'm not interested in what you figure, mister. And I've lived too long to be afraid of dying. But right this minute, there may be several folk needing me real bad.
You know, he's right. We can't kill him.
Well, I can, and
Now, you'll do what I say, you hear?
Doc, listen to me. If I let you go, will you promise not to tell about anybody you recognized here?
And if I don't?
And doctor or no doctor, I'll kill you myself.
Well, yes, I suppose you would. All right. I'm here as a doctor, and nothing else. I promise.
Word of honor, Doc?
My word of honor.
Okay. Get out. One other thing, Doc.
What?
You break your word. You tell anybody where this place is or who you saw here, and we'll get to you. We'll kill you no matter where you try to hide.
I gave you my word, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. But just don't forget what I said. We'll kill you, we'll die trying.
Well, that That's quite a story, Doc.
And you played it right smart, if you ask me. Who was they, Doc? I say, who was they?
I only recognized one of them, Chester. Besides the man they'd shot.
Yeah, that's what you said, but have you thought of his name
Chester,
yet?
you don't understand. I gave my word I wouldn't tell.
Yeah, but, Doc, they're just a bunch of killers.
Matt, wouldn't you have done the same if you were in my boots?
It'd be a hard choice, Doc, but... Yeah, I suppose I would.
Well, any man would, leastwise any man of honor.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't really thinking about it that way.
I'm going to get some sleep. Matt?
Yeah, Doc?
That was a good boy they murdered. I hope they hang for it.
How are we ever going to find him, Mr. Dillon?
I don't know, Chester. We don't even know who they killed.
Marshal?
Huh? Well, Jake Worth, why, you haven't come to Dodge in 6 months.
I'm
I know.
here now, Marshal.
Oh? Is there trouble, Jake?
I'd call it that.
Well?
You know that cottonwood, that big one right down to Brandy Bend?
Yeah, I
There's
know.
a hole down by the roots, the north side of it. I put a sack in that hole this morning, Marshal, with $20,000 in it.
20? That's a lot of money, Jake, even for you.
No, it ain't if Hank gets back all right.
Hank gets back. And that's ransom money, huh? Your boy's been kidnapped?
He didn't show up the other night, Marshal. Next morning, I found a note tacked on the corral. Said, leave the money or else they'd kill him.
Well, come on, Jake. We'll try to get there before they pick up the money.
No, Marshal, I won't take any chances. They'd shoot him sure if we did that.
Look, Jake, if they killed Hank, you'd want him hung, wouldn't you?
I'll hang him myself if it comes to that. I'll hunt him down like wolves.
All right, then let's go. Let's get down to Brandy Bend and wait for
No, Marshal, I already told
Hank's
you no.
dead, Jake.
What?
They already shot him. He's dead.
What? What are you talking about? Where is he?
Well, I don't know.
How come you know he's dead?
Well, I can't tell you.
Marshal.
Jake.
Oh, Marshal, I had about enough of
Look,
this.
we're wasting time here. Now, come on, Jake. I'll tell you what I can on the way to the river.
You better, by heaven, or one of us is never going to get to the river.
Jake Worth was known as a hard, hot-tempered man, but he was straight as they come. And all he wanted out of life was his ranch and his 3 sons to work it with him. It was hard to tell him, but without mentioning Doc, I said what I could. And when we reached the Arkansas, we hid our horses in a clump of bush and worked our way on foot up to the big cottonwood. And then we saw it.
They do it. I gave him the money. What?
I'm sorry, Jake.
Marshal, I've been kind of confused by all this. I swallowed your story on the way down here. Now I want the truth. I want every bit of it.
I told you I don't know who they are.
You know a lot you ain't telling me. What's going on with you anyway?
I told you all I can.
Marshal, this is my boy laying here.
Take it easy now, Jake.
Will you talk?
I don't know anything, Jake. The man who told me about it had to promise not to name anybody.
What man? Who is he? I'll get it out of him if I have to cut it out.
I know. That's why I can't tell you who he is.
I'll give you 24 hours to name those men. After that, me and my sons are coming to Dodge, and there'll be blood spilled.
Jake, I give you my word. I don't know who did
I
it.
don't believe you.
Come on, I'll help you take your boy home.
Get on back to Dodge. I'll manage here.
You're making a bad mistake, Jake.
You got 24 hours, Marshal.
All right, Matt. I'll do whatever I can.
It might not work, Doc, and you'll be exposing yourself to a lot of danger. Have you thought about that?
Yes, I have. And I've also been thinking about the men who killed young Hank Worth.
Well, we could wait till they start spending their money, or till one of them gets drunk and maybe talks too much somewhere.
Yes, we could, but meantime, you and the Worths will have a gunfight, Matt.
All right, then, Doc, let's go. I want to get out to the ranch before dark. Come on. I don't see anybody around.
Maybe they hid out.
Line up, Marshal. Just watch him, boys. If he makes a move, you shoot.
Jake, I came here to stop a shooting, not to start.
You can stop it, Marshal. Just tell me who killed my son.
If I knew, I'd be on his trail, Jake.
What's Doc doing here?
You tell him, Doc.
Jake, I took the bullet out of Hank. He died soon after.
What?
That's right. Now come down here where we can talk like friends, and I'll explain it to you.
Stay where you are, boy. All right, Doc. Let's hear it.
Well, they got me out of bed, Jake, and led me out in the country. Hank had been shot in the back, and I extracted the bullet. But it was no use. He'd have died anyway. There were 3 men there, and I recognized one of them.
Who was he?
I had to promise I wouldn't tell, or they'd have killed him.
That don't matter now.
Wait a minute. Just think about it, Jake. Doc gave him his word, and you're asking him to break it. Will you think about it for a minute?
I'm thinking about my boy, too.
You want to help get the man who did it, Jake?
Don't ask, fool.
Will you listen to me? Those men told Doc if he talked, they'd kill him.
And they meant it, too.
Now, I've got an idea, Jake, and I want you to hear me out, will you? Now, look, we'll spread it around that Doc has identified the killer.
Go on.
And we'll just wait, see? 1 or 2 or maybe all 3 of them will come into Dodge to kill Doc some night.
Still, they might get away.
I'll deputize you and your boys right now, and you can wait for them with us. But you're going to have to stay hidden like me.
And Doc would rather make himself a target for them killers and break his word to them?
Yeah, Jake, that's right. Now, look, Doc and I'll go back to Dodge now. I'll see that the story gets started. In a day or 2, you and your boys can ride in. But separately, though. Otherwise, it might cause talk.
I understand.
And you come straight to the docks.
We'll be there. Don't you worry.
For the next few days, Doc never left his office. The rest of us sat around in his back room and waited. Chester kept us supplied with food and coffee, but we began to get pretty restless cooped up like that. And by the 5th night, we were being real careful with one another and over polite. But on the 6th night, about midnight, we got our game.
Mr. Dillon, I think it's Sam.
What?
They just rode up Main Street. 3 of them. They're tying up outside right now.
All right. Doc, come on in here, will you?
Yeah, well, what do you want me to do, Matt?
You take cover in here and stay out of sight.
Let's go on downstairs and meet him.
No. We'll just scatter them that way. Now, listen. One of them will probably stand guard on the street while the other 2 come up here to get Doc. Chester, you and the 2 boys go down the back way, and Jake and I'll wait here. But don't jump that man till we go into action up here. You understand, Chester?
I got it.
All right, then move fast. Come on, Jake.
Now what?
We'll just wait here in the dark.
Good.
Here, I'll fix Doc's blanket on the couch here so they'll think he's under.
They're on the stairs now, Marshal.
Huh? Okay. Just Get back in the corner, Jake, or we'll be shooting each other. Be quiet. Don't start shooting till I do.
Doc, wake up, you lying dog.
Let's just shoot him and get out of here. Wait, he ain't here. What?
Get your hands up. You're under arrest, both of you. Jake? You all right, Jake?
I got one of them. I'm all right.
All right. Doc. Doc, come on out.
Huh? What?
They're dead. Light the lamp, will you, Doc?
Okay. All right, Mr. Dillon.
Come on in, Chester.
We got the one in the street. He tried to get away when he heard the shooting up here, but he ran smack into one of the worst boys. He's dead.
Good. Well, Doc, you can tell us now. Is one of these the man you recognize?
Yes. This one here.
Yeah. Well, Jake, I guess that's it.
Marshal.
What?
I doubted you, Marshal. I'm sorry for that.
Forget it, Jake.
No, it's best I remember it. Man shouldn't make mistakes like that.
Well, there was no harm done. The way it worked out.
Yeah. I'll buy you a drink before we leave, Marshal.
I think I kind of like that, Jake.
Gunsmoke. Produced and directed by Norman McDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. The story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston. Featured in the cast were Lawrence Dobkin, Vic Perrin, and Harry Bartell. Parley Bear is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. Join us again next week for the fourth of the 5 most popular Gunsmoke shows. It is called Bloody Hands.
This is the CBS Radio Network. Now, get more miles per dollar with Texaco's Sky Chief Supreme from Texaco's Tower of Power.
Texaco, Tower of Power. Texaco, Tower of Power. New gasoline, Sky Chief Supreme. Texaco, Tower of Power. New Sky Chief Supreme gives cars new growth. Sky Chief Supreme from Texaco.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad, the story of the violence that moved west with young America, and the story of a man who moved with it.
I'm that man, Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet. It's a chancy job, and it makes a man watchful and a little lonely.
Marshal.
Chester.
How are you, Schuyler?
Schuyler.
Is young Danny Leeds around?
Yeah, room 14, straight down the hall.
No, thanks.
He checked in last night.
Mr. Dillon, you suppose Danny and his paws had another scrap of some kind?
I might have. Old Cater's pretty hard to get along with. I'm surprised the boy stood it as long as he has.
Oh, it sure was a funny-sounding note he sent over to the office. What do you make of it?
Chester, if I could make anything of it, we wouldn't have to come here asking, would we?
I didn't think you'd Marshal Dillon.
Morning, Danny. Mind if we come in?
Well, I was just about to go out.
That won't take a minute. I just wanted to find out what you meant by this note, Danny.
You better go on out to the farm and ask my pa.
Oh, I'm going to, but I just thought maybe you could give me some idea first.
You better talk to him, Marshal.
How is he, anyway? Last time I saw him, he was having some trouble.
He never changes, you know that. Except to get meaner.
Oh. You two have trouble, did you?
We had trouble, yeah.
That's why you stayed here in town last night, huh?
I walked out, Marshal, and I ain't going back. I've took all off him, I'm going to. Now, look, I got some things to do now, so
Did the trouble have anything to do with this note?
Not exactly. He wanted you to come out to the farm. I told him I'd pass the word to you. Look, Marshal, he can tell you all this. I haven't got time
You
now.
got time to answer a couple of questions, Danny. Now, what does he want to see me about?
It's trespassers again. They're camping down by the pond to be close to water.
Oh?
They ain't heard nothing. We don't even use that lower section. But that don't make no difference to him.
Now, your pa's always been like that.
Trouble is, he thinks the whole world's his, and everybody in it, including me. But I ain't a kid no more. That he can cuss at and take a whip.
Are you expecting somebody?
Well, not exactly.
We'd better find out who it is, hadn't we?
But, no, wait, Marshal.
Good morning, young lady.
Naomi.
I am come to see you, Danny, like I say I am.
This is Marshal Dillon and Chester Proudfoot. This is Naomi.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Hey, friends of Danny, it's friends of me.
Look, Naomi, they're just going. You wait here. I'll walk out with them. You coming, Marshal?
Yeah, okay, Danny. Pleasure meeting you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Goodbye.
Look, Marshal, it ain't like you're thinking.
I wasn't thinking anything, Danny. Naomi there, she's a gypsy, isn't she?
Well, what of it?
And those trespassers camping out at your pa's farm?
All right, they're gypsies, and she's one of them. What about it?
Now, you're asking for trouble, Danny.
You sound just like my pa.
Gypsies take care of their own. They make their own laws. And they're pretty strict laws.
Why don't you let me worry about it, huh?
Well, that's what you'll do, Danny, if you're smart. You'll worry about it a lot.
I reckon there's one flag the whole world knows and mostly respects. It's on a stamp here in my album, yeah, that the United States Post Office put out in October 1963 to honor the 100th birthday of the International Red Cross. I'll find it here now. Now, maybe you didn't know there are two Red Cross organizations. Both of them started in Geneva, Switzerland, and had headquarters there. But they each do different jobs. Yeah, this stamp shows how one of them helped free anti-Castro Cuban fighters who got captured at the Bay of Pigs. That's what the International Committee of the Red Cross does as a neutral body, making arrangements for exchange of prisoners, trying to protect sick and wounded soldiers, and helping civilians and refugees in war areas. The other is the League of Red Cross Societies. It operates in almost 90 countries, giving aid in every kind of emergency or disaster and carrying on health, safety, and relief projects. I kind of figure this is one of the best stamps in my book.
Well, he ought to. He's put 20 hours a day on it for the last 10 years. Hey, Cater.
Oh! Morning, Marshal. Chester. Just a minute till I dump out the rest of this feed. There. Eat your heads off now, you mangy varmints. Put some weight on. Any fool that tries to raise hogs on the prairie just ain't got good sense, Marshal.
Now, they look all right to me.
Yeah, they won't make a cent. Costs more to feed them than they're worth. Kind of took your time coming out, didn't you?
Well, if you call 3 hours taking our time, that's when I got your note.
Yeah, that worthless young pup. I told him to tell you last night as soon as he got in town. Come over here and sit in the shade.
All right. Cater, you and Danny have an argument?
I talked, and he listened. He ain't got the gumption to argue.
He tells me he's not coming back home.
And he'll come back. He'd starve to death if he had to feed himself. Somebody'll yell boo at him in the dark, and he'll come hightailing back fast.
I'm afraid I don't agree with you, Cater. Danny always looked to me like a pretty decent kid.
He ain't worth the powder to blow him up. And the last straw was when he was too lily-livered to run them trespassers off.
Oh, why don't you leave those people alone, Cater? They're figuring to move on by the end of the week anyway.
Sure, and take half the farm with them, like as not. I'm missing 5 pullets now. Stole just since they've been there.
Now, that might have been a coyote or a weasel, maybe.
Yeah, and it might have been that pack of thieving gypsies, too. Marshal, I didn't build this farm by putting up the squatters, and I ain't about to start now. I fought for this land, every square foot of it. And I'll keep right on fighting.
Times are different from when they were when you first came to the prairie, Cater.
Yeah, people ain't. They're all out to take what you got away from you. You always got to keep outguessing them and out-fighting them. That's what I tried to learn that boy of mine, but he ain't got the backbone of an angleworm. Why, he didn't even take a gun when I sent him over to run them thieving gypsies out.
You know, Cater, there are other answers in this world besides guns.
Yeah, but it was guns that won this country, and they'll keep on winning it, too. You pack one yourself, don't you, Marshal?
Yeah, I use it to enforce the law, but not to settle every personal argument that comes along.
Well, then start enforcing the law. Now, you go over there and talk to them gypsies and tell them to get out.
I have talked to them. Chester and I just came from there.
Did you run them out?
They're repairing their wagons, building wheels, and setting hubs. They'll try to pull out sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, so they outbluffed you, too, did they? What'd they do, dangle one of their women in front of you? That's what they done with Danny.
Oh?
Yeah, I seen what was going on. He was sweet-eyeing one of them all week, and she was letting him, too.
Now, listen a minute,
Now, you
Peter.
look to your duty, Marshal. Stop taking up for them foreigners.
Will you listen to me, I said? Now, those people are touchy enough at best. If you go insulting them, you're going to have some real trouble on your hands.
Gypsies are bad luck, and I want them out of there.
They'll be out by tomorrow evening. And in the meantime, you leave that rifle of yours in the house and stay away from that pond. You understand?
Matt, if words were dollars, you'd be the biggest miser in the Long Branch.
Huh? Well, what do you mean, Kitty?
Well, you sure haven't been talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And what's worse, you haven't been listening to me.
I thought there was more to it. Okay, what were you saying?
Oh, I don't remember. But it's a principle. Girl can't stand being ignored.
Ignored? Well, in that dress you're wearing, you'd be pretty hard to ignore.
Oh, well, it's not that skimpy. Well, it's the latest thing.
Oh, it's fine, Kitty. It's fine. Oh, I don't know, Kitty. I guess I'm just kind of down this evening.
Oh, trouble?
Not yet, but I just got a feeling there's going to be.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just a hunch.
Well, why don't you go get your fortune told? There's a band of gypsies in town.
Oh? How did you know?
Some of them were in here. Not drinking or anything, just looking around.
Oh, is that so?
Did you know young Danny Leeds has got himself a gypsy girl? She's pretty as a picture. I saw him in the restaurant.
Tell me, Kitty, is she still in town?
Well, she was a couple of hours ago. Why, Matt? Something wrong?
Oh, no, I guess not. I suppose he ought to have a chance to find at least one thing for himself in this world. Old Cater's never let him call a breath his own.
I like Danny. He's a good boy. But that Cater...
Well, sod busting's a rough life, Kitty. Makes a man either mean or wise, or else it kills him. So far, it's just made Cater mean.
Oh, he was born that way, Matt. All he's got in the world is his son. You'd think he'd treat him decent.
Mr. Dillon, you better come on over to the depot.
Oh, what is it, Chester?
Danny Leeds been hurting real bad. He's unconscious.
Huh? All right, I'll meet you there. You go get Doc. How is he, Doc?
Oh, he'll be all right, Matt. Just been beat up a little. He had a bad whack on the head there. Oh, well, he's coming around. Wake up, lad. Come on now, boy. You can't sleep forever. Anybody know how it happened?
No, the station agent come out and seen him laying there.
That's it. Come on, Danny, man. Back to the world of the living.
What is it? Huh? What happened?
Well, that's what I was about to ask you, Danny. What did happen?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just waiting here till train time. Where is she? Huh? Where's Naomi?
Easy now, boy.
They took her.
Who took her, Danny?
The gypsies. She said they would. She said they would if we didn't get away in time.
What's he mean, gypsy?
Well, later, Doc, later. Go on, Danny.
We was aiming to leave, going to Kansas City. I got tickets on the train.
Oh, you're not in any shape to travel, son.
Yeah. We got here early. Stayed right down here at the end of the platform, out of sight. Naomi was scared. She said it was going to end bad. She was right. We was aiming to get married in Kansas City, Marshal.
I'm sorry, Danny.
They come out of the shadows there. 8 or 10 of them. Next thing I knowed, they grabbed Naomi. They come at me with knives. Then one of them hit me from behind. Yeah, that's all I know. Let me go, Doc.
Oh, you're in no condition to be standing up, Danny.
I never have stood up, Doc.
Here, boy.
Let go. I didn't stand up when they come and took her. I didn't lift a hand.
You couldn't have done anything, Danny.
Maybe Paul's right. If you want anything, if you want to keep it, you got to hit out at anybody that gets close. Hit him first. That's the way Pa thinks.
And he's hated for it, Danny. He hasn't got a friend in the world.
Well, what have I got? The only thing I ever wanted. The only person that ever thought I amounted to something. And I let them come and take her back without even fighting for her.
Why don't you go over to your room and rest a while, Danny?
Go to bed without my supper? Is that what you mean?
Oh, now, Danny,
Well, what are you all gaping at? Ain't you ever never seen a coward before?
Take it easy now, Danny.
I gotta get out of here, Marshal. I gotta get out of here before I bust wide open.
Because the train's pulling out right on time for once.
Yeah. It's too bad this happened. Danny and that girl might have got on fine.
What girl are you talking about, man? I'd like to know what's going on here once in a while, too.
Hey, what's that there? Come back here. Marshal, you see that?
See what, mister?
That young fella, the one that was hurt, he grabbed my gun out of my holster and lit out on that horse like the old Nick was after him.
Let's get our horses, Chester.
Hometowns in America have a lot in common, and yet they're each one of a kind. Take, for example, Stillwater, Oklahoma. And when you're taking Stillwater, you get with it Oklahoma State University, because the town is the university, and the university is the town. And any student from these parts who's really serious about animal husbandry, veterinary medicine, or engineering will be there. he'll likely belong to Sigma Nu, or maybe be a Beta. And she'll become one of the KKGs, or possibly pledge to Theta. His bright new blazer is from Bates Brothers down at the end of University Avenue in the campus corner. And her latest mod is from Bonnie's in the Student Union. Downtown's a 10-minute walk. And you can't miss the new First National Bank, because it's right across Maine from the old. About 10 miles out, you can water ski on Lake Carl Blackwell, or go somewhat farther to O'Keene for the annual rattlesnake hunt. But if your hometown is Stillwater, you already know this. We only wanted to remind you it's still there.
Here we are, Chester.
Yeah, but them gypsies pulled out, Mr. Dillon. They broke camp and pulled out.
Yeah. But I guess that business at the depot got them spooked. But I'd have bet anything that this is where Danny was heading.
Maybe we passed him somewhere between here and Dodge. Somebody's over there, Mr. Dillon. In the shadows under them trees there.
Yeah. Hey, Danny, is that you?
Yeah, it's me, Marshal.
Come on, Chester.
Clear, it's blacker than the inside of a cow around here. A fella could fall right smack into that pond.
Yeah.
You come out to wet nurse me back to town, Marshal?
Well, you're saying that, Danny. I'm not.
I guess you can see for yourself. They pulled out. Gone.
Yeah, they sure have.
I'm going after him, Marshal. I'll find him if it takes me 10 years.
Now, don't be a fool, Danny.
Oh, that's what I've been all right, but I ain't now. She didn't want to go, Marshal. They took her against her will, and I'm going after her.
Danny, they'd kill her before they'd let her marry an outsider. That's the way gypsies are.
Maybe I can change their minds. Pa's way. Talking over the sights of a gun.
Yeah, but his way's not yours, Danny, and you're better off it's not.
It's got him everything he wanted.
Has it?
There ain't no use arguing about it, Marshal. And you got no right to stop me.
I wasn't figuring to stop you, Danny. Not that way.
Well, then I'll be riding out, Marshal. I'll try to cover the trail. The longer they go, the harder it's going to be to find.
Get up!
I seen the flash, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah. He's over there in that brush. Now, Chester, when I fire, you'll roll away fast, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right.
You all right, Mr. Dillon?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Some of them gypsies must have stayed behind.
Yeah, maybe.
Is Danny over there with you, Mr. Dillon?
Yeah. Yeah, he's here, Chester.
Get on out of there, you thieving varmints, or you get more of the same.
It's old Cater.
Yeah.
There's a posse of 100 of us out here in the brush.
Cater, it's Matt Dillon.
Marshal?
Put that rifle down and come on out.
Sure, Marshal. I got no fight with you. What happened to them gypsies?
They pulled out. Maybe you ought to check on it before you started shooting.
Well, I heard horses and talk, and I naturally figured it was them. Now, don't plague me about it, Marshal. I paid for it good and proper.
What do you mean?
You're a pretty good shot in the dark. You put a bullet right through my arm.
Now, you're a better shot, Cater. You put one right through your son's head. Yeah, you paid for it, all right.
When it comes to political terminology, I guess that old character Elijah Cuddlestone has used it all. For instance,
And I say that all of them, every man jacked and nominated to run against me is cast in the same mold, poured out of the same bottle, chips off of the same political stump. There's no choice among them, that is. Fact is, I say that it's a fact that you'll see them ring in a dark horse candidate. A dark horse, that is, because they can't make up their minds otherwise, is what I mean. Well, dark horse, in the political sense in which Elijah used it, means pretty much as he explained it. An unexpected nominee brought in to break a deadlocked balloting for a candidate from among the leading nominees. Presidents Polk, Pierce, Garfield, and Harding were dark horses. Originally, dark horse was a racing term for a horse whose abilities were kept in the dark until displayed in the race.
Produced and directed by Norman McDonald. Stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Featured in the cast were Parley Bear as Chester, Howard McNear as Doc, and Georgia Ellis as Kitty. George Walsh speaking.